Hi everybody and welcome back to my channel. We're back with the January favourites. Do you know what? I haven't done a monthly favourites video in ages and I love doing them and I love watching them. So I thought that I'd get stuck in because I've been trying out a lot of new bits over the course of January, which was the longest month in the history of life. Like, it's still January while I'm filming this and Christmas was about 4 months ago now at this point. If you've been following me over on Instagram, you'll know about these beauts from Note Cosmetics. And if you're not following me on Instagram, go over and follow me. Like, pause and then go over and follow, like, because you're missing loads. I'm very active over on there. So the BB cream from Note has been, I think for the last 2 years, ever since it launched, it has been my favourite budget brand base, I think. I get nervous kind of saying things like that because I'm sure people go, oh my god, but you said like that. I'm like, I forgot, like, okay, it's one of the best ones I've ever tried. Between that and the mineral foundation from Note as well, they're just gorgeous. And they brought out lighter shades. Thank you. Because I used to use shade 01, which was very dark. I'd have to bring it down my neck and everything because I'm not really like a big fake tanner, and if I stopped there it would look mad. Like right now I have a darker foundation on, like you can see how pale I am. I should have like tanned my hands, but I'm not gonna now. Yeah, so they're after bringing out a couple of shades and I got two of the new ones, shade 500 and 501. Now you would think that 500 is the lighter one and 501 is darker. Is that right? I swear to god I get mixed up. No. Okay, let me just double check. No. Okay, so in actual fact shade 500 is darker than 501. I know. Because I first got colour matched to 501. I was like, oh no, it's grand. It was on the back of my hand, and then I put it on my face. It was just too pale, too yellow toned. But shade 500 is perfect for me. I don't have it on now because I'm trying something else out. But this gives like a flawless finish, but it also gives radiance to your skin as well. Because I know with some BB creams they can give like quite a sheer level of coverage, but this gives, I'd say, medium to full coverage, and you can totally build it up as well. It just makes my skin look plump and healthy and just lovely. So thanks now for bringing out the lighter shades. My little mush is very happy. If you'd like me to do a blog post with before and after photos of the lighter shades, let me know. They brought out lighter shades and some of their other foundations. They're my fave. I just love you. Yes, I do talk to my makeup. Shut up. Now, I'll be honest, I actually feel sorry for any other blush that is not Charlotte Tilbury's Pillow Talk. I'm not even joking with you. Like, I know it looks like a little bit of a ditty. That's okay. They sent it to me last year whenever it first launched, and I actually thought that I was going to love the eyeshadow palette more than this. This all the way. So you can see from the centre there's like the blush part on the outside and then the highlighter part on the centre. And so I use this brush. One second. I use a microfiber brush because it picks up the perfect amount of blush and highlighter as well. And then I judge it on my skin. I don't have it on today because oh no, I'm gonna put some on. Like, if you love like dusky pinky shades on your cheeks, you're gonna love this. But again, it just gives radiance. Now I do have highlighter on as well from when I did my makeup earlier, but having this blush means that I don't have to have highlighter, because what I can do is like scrunch up my brush, dip it in the highlighter part and then bring it up onto the cheekbones if I want. This gives me like a natural healthy looking radiance to the skin, and the whole Pillow Talk collection is permanent. The eyeshadow palette, it's grand. Much prefer the blush. If I had to pick one of the two, the blush all the way. I actually love you. Next up is the Sosu by Suzanne Jackson makeup sponge. It's squidgy, I know it needs to be cleaned, but I know. Anyway, you know I'm a big fan of the Beauty Blender. I love the Real Techniques Miracle Complexion Sponge, love them. And I have just found it really hard to find a budget friendly version of those. I've tried more affordable makeup sponges in the past and they go like this on my skin, because they don't absorb any water. They're like rock solid. I've even tried higher end ones that I'm just like, no, for dunk. So my friend Jen, 2 Dolly Makeup, she was telling me about this before Christmas and I was like, oh yeah, and she was like, oh, it is the best makeup sponge ever in life, and I was like, grand. How did I get this? I can't remember how I got this. I don't know if I bought it or if they sent it to me, I can't remember. But can I just say, new favourite makeup sponge. It's in around the €5 to €6 mark. So it's that size, it's squidgy. But when you run it under running water and you kind of squeeze it out a little bit, it absorbs, it like nearly doubles in size. It is fantastic. So what I like to do is, yeah, stick it under water, have a little squeeze, use a towel just to take off the excess, and then it just bounces in my foundation into my skin. Gives a flawless finish. I love it. I think it's brilliant. I'm going to buy more of them. Okay, in terms of eyeshadow palettes, I have 2 eyeshadow palettes and then a single eyeshadow, because I'm allowed. First up we have this Urban Decay On The Run palette. So this is Shortcut. There are 3 in the collection and they sent me this one and the purple one. And I did a blog post on them and also a woman in video. Of the 2, I just love the red one. I think the eyeshadows just perform so perfectly. That's what it looks like there. You have a mix of mattes, shimmers, and then this insane glitter at the bottom here that I have passed over my regular eyeshadow today. The mattes go on like butter, they're blendable, they're buildable as well, and there's not a dud in this eyeshadow palette at all. The purple one I found a little bit harder to work with. I was a little bit disappointed with that. I felt that I had to like build up, whereas these you don't have to faff about with them at all. They just blend so nicely onto the skin, make my eyes look real green. They're fab. I think they are around the €30 mark. Just handy for travelling if you wanted to bring them away with you, because you can totally do a few different looks. So you have like the more neutral shades on the top, the darker ones here, shimmer. These shimmers work better with your finger, for me anyway. But this collection with the smaller palettes, there's some new shades and then some existing ones from the original On The Run palette, which was much bigger. And then an eyeshadow palette that I've had for ages. I think I must have bought it in London, I think. And I just think it's so underrated, and I've been using it for the last month non-stop. It's from Tilbury, I know, and it's the Sophisticate palette. I'm not sophisticated, that's what it looks like. It just looks run-of-the-mill. It has 4 eyeshadows, as you can see, or 3 or 4 of Tilbury's eyeshadow palettes, and most of them are just shimmers with kind of the glitter, like the pop shades that you can pat on over the eyelid. These shades, they're almost like a matte satin, if that makes sense. Not quite matte, not quite satin. Don't give shimmer, but give like a little bit of a sheen. A little bit. I know this is so hard to explain. And like the shades don't look anything in the palette. Like you'd kind of go, oh yeah, sure, it's grand. But what I've been doing is using this shade in the crease, kind of buffed out. I have it on today, like in the crease today. And then one of the 2 shades here at the end in the outer corner, and brought up into the crease to kind of add a little bit of definition. And then I'll go in with a lighter shade. Sometimes this one, bit of mascara, Happy Days, or like sometimes, yeah, I'll use the 3 shades and then I'll go in with, what's this on my eyeball? The Eyes to Mesmerise in Marie Antoinette. This is one of my all-time favourites. Bought that in London as well. It's probably gone off, but I'm still going to use it until I get like scaldy eyes. It's fine. But I love them as well. Now I don't feel particularly sophisticated when I use it, but it's just one of those palettes that's perfect for every day. You know the way if you don't want to wear like a lot of colour going to work, you just want to define the eyes. I just think it's fab. I actually feel real guilty for not bringing you into my life before. Like I had you in my drawer for ages. So yes, as I was saying, I will use those 3 shades, sometimes this one, but then when I'm not using that one, I will use this from Marc Jacobs. So this is the, what is it called? I can never remember the name. It is the Perfecto, no, so it's one of the Omega eyeshadows in the shade 500 Perfecto. And again, it looks really unassuming. Like you'd be like, what? You see the way it gives like this gorgeous sheen to the skin. I love it, it just adds brightness to my eyeballs. So yeah, give me a little bit of definition in the crease, this patted on or with a flat eyeshadow brush onto the lid, bit of mascara, and I just feel real polished when I wear that. They have more shades of these as well, so I must investigate. But for a single eyeshadow, do you know what, I haven't actually used single eyeshadows in ages. I think Riff from Urban Decay was the last one that I bought and that I used. And I was kind of hesitant to mention this because I think they're sold out. I think they're a limited edition before Christmas. But if they come back, please do yourself a favour and get one of these. So this is the Superstar Lips in the shade Pillow Talk. Looks like this. It just looks really unassuming. I have it on today and it is like, if I was a lipstick, I will be this one. Like to me, this is everything that I look for in a lip product. It's moisturising, it's glossy, the shade is perfect, it stays put for ages. Now there is transfer because it's like one of the shiny ones. But yeah, I just... I should have gathered my thoughts. I think there are 6 in the collection altogether, but Pillow Talk is the best one, and every time I've gone to look for it online it's been sold out because I do want to buy backups. I think it's €28. It's a little bit on the spendy side, but if you're looking to treat yourself this spring, and if you suffer from dry lips the way I always do, your lips are going to love this. I just got to feel like I love it more. Oh. Like it's one of those shades that goes with everything. If you want me to do, see, there's no point in me doing a review on them, like if you can't get them. I'll keep an eye out. I'll get in touch with them and see if they're going to be brought back maybe. Because I think, Charlotte, if you're watching, which you probably are, you'd be mad not to make this permanent. Okay, bye. Okay, time for skincare. I think I was back in November maybe. I can't remember. It was well before Christmas anyway. And I met up with Sonia DC, the owner of Pestle and Mortar. And I was like totally new to the brand and she explained everything about it and I was like, I'm so intrigued. And they gave me the Christmas set to be trying out. And I have been. I've been using the Balance facial spritz, which I have like a full bottle there. I'm nearly down to like here with that. If you're looking for a facial spritz that you want to feel does something to your skin, you need to try this. because I've tried ones in the past and you put it on and then like 20 minutes later your skin feels the exact same way as it did before you put it on, whereas this leaves your skin touchably soft. I use all of these morning and night. I kind of switch up my evening skincare routine sometimes, but for the last couple of months I've been using these. So I love the facial spritz, and as I said, I have the full size on my desk. I've been using the hyaluronic serum as well, which is gorgeous. So this has different molecular weights of hyaluronic acid. So some of the molecular weights will sit on the surface of the skin and help attract moisture, and then some will kind of go down deeper into the skin and help plump out the skin a little bit. And hyaluronic acid in the winter works best under something, and it'll help kind of seal it in, because if you wear hyaluronic acid with nothing on top, it will draw moisture out of your skin. Anyway, I love that hyaluronic serum myself. And then I always forget to use eye creams. I know I'm crap at light, but I have been making a concerted effort to use the Recover eye cream. The size of it is whopper. Now I don't even need one pump on my little finger to bring it all here. And yeah, my eyes feel lovely and hydrated, because I suffer from kind of drier areas here, and obviously the fine lines and wrinkles, but that's okay, we're allowed to have them. I'm an L1. Yeah, so that's really nice as well. And then we have the Hydrate Lightweight Moisturiser, which I love. I'm actually going to buy this in the full size because I just think it's gorgeous. It makes my skin feel really soft and smooth and plump and juicy. I love it. I think there is a richer version of it as well, but I'd say that would be for drier skin types. So I have normal cheeks and kind of an oily T-zone. That whole 4 quad of products work perfectly. Like, my skin is just in great shape at the moment. Now I did use the product the other night a couple of times. It was the Charlotte Tilbury Magic Cream, and my skin just went and I had like blemishes all here and everything, so I stopped using that, went back to these, and my skin is just loving it, loving life altogether. So I love learning about new brands as well, so I'm looking forward to trying more of their products. They sent me their glycolic toner thing there recently, so I've been using that as well, but it's too early for me to say yes or no. But anyway, love that set. It is still available. Speaking of the blemishes, so last week, yeah, I was using the Charlotte Tilbury Magic Cream, and I just think it's too heavy for my skin. Maybe if you have drier skin it might be better, but my skin felt really clogged and congested, and I only used it a couple of times, and I felt like I didn't use that much, but I just found my skin had like loads of like little bumps here, and then here developed this eruption unlike anything I've ever seen before. I don't usually suffer from breakouts, but I had like a second face growing out of my chin at one point, which was great fun. So I was looking through my stash, I was like, what do I have that can help take it down? And then I found a brand new tub of my Waxperts Wonder Pads. So these contain salicylic acid. You have like all individual pads. They're textured on one side and smooth on the other. So I literally just smoothed it over, and then I sat working that evening with this sat up against my skin, and after a couple of hours I could actually feel a difference. And so I didn't put anything on my skin overnight, let it work its magic, and I woke up the next morning 100%. The blemish was completely flat. I couldn't feel any of the soreness. I loved them. Thanks for helping my scaldy face so much. And those are just some of the products that I've loved over the last month. Let me know if there's anything that you'd like to go into in more detail. Send me a DM over on Instagram, or leave me a comment below and we'll have the chats. And let me know what you've loved over the last month, because I want to try some new things as well. Okay, thanks so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye!